3231. It's Matt. Hi, 9:44 a.m. About, I don't know, 30 degrees, 28 degrees here in Lewiston, Auburn, Maine. Hello. How are you? Everybody watching on the internet, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Periscope, or what have you. I love you. I hope you have a good morning. It's Monday, brand new day, brand new week, brand new start. Brand spanking new morning. So make the most of it. Ushup. What up, Bilbo? How you doing, sir? I miss you, man. Hey, man. Good morning. Good morning, Josh. How are you, bud? Chris. Good morning, sir. How are you? It's my peeps. It's my buds. How you guys doing? Anybody watching across the internet? Hope you have a fantastic day. And if you haven't had the chance yet, do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Download the Haps app. Subscribe to my channel. Let your friends know. It's a cool place to hang out. Just chill out and talk. Not bad. Just got to work. Excellent. What you do? I just parked. I'm done half of my shift. I got Paramount Plus last night. Did you? So that's where everything's going? Like, what about CBS All Access? How is that going to work? Is there Star Trek stuff going to be on Paramount Plus, or is it going to be on? I'm considering broadcasting. You should. I mean, give it a shot. Worst case scenario, you don't feel comfortable doing it, and you don't have to do it anymore. It's free. I mean, assuming that you have like good Wi-Fi, but you know, CBS All Access turned into Paramount Plus. Oh, they just renamed it. Oh, all right. Cool. Paramount Plus is a better name, frankly. Now they can start kicking off all the cool Star Trek stuff. Giddy up, as far as I'm concerned. So, well, that's cool. I'll have to check that out. I mean, if it's the same thing, maybe I don't have to check it out. Maybe it's just there. But spent millions. They spent millions in an ad campaign to let everyone know about their new app. Isn't that nice when they can spend millions like that? Yep, I got Paramount Plus for Star Trek and Disney Plus for Star Wars. I mean, it's not bad when you think about it. As long as, I mean, you got to plan it right. The way that we got to do stuff now is pretty much the same way. Okay, so it's pretty much the same. You're paying like, if you want to get like Star Trek, for example, and you got to wait until there's about a season worth, and then just buy it 1 month. They didn't even change the app. They just slapped a new coat of paint on it. New name, needs improvements. What you got to do, I guess, is you got to wait until there's let it build up episodes, let the content build up, and then you buy it for 1 month, and then you binge the shit out of it. Do you like the movie Galaxy Quest? Sure, absolutely. I thought they should have turned that into a TV series. That would have been fantastic. Or at least, reboot it to a Netflix miniseries or something like that. Make a good 4 or 5 episodes and call it a season. I mean, I guess they kind of have, like Orville, borrows from that too a little bit, as far as the, the more contemporary never give up, never surrender. Um, the way that they talk is like the way everybody talks, like Galaxy Quest, but it's not. Obviously, it's not the same plot. But no, it's pretty cool. I dig it. Um, like it would have been cool to, you know, have the funeral for um, Alan Rickman's character and that sort of thing. Galaxy Quest was one Tim Allen thought he was a spaceman, right? Well, the premise is Tim Allen, Alan Rickman, Sigourney Weaver. Um, they were actors on a TV show like Star Trek: The Next Generation, and then the series got canceled, and they were like on the convention circuit trying to make a buck, making appearances and stuff like that. Um, they tried to move on to other things, but it didn't really work. And then aliens picked them up, thinking that they're really the crew of the ship, etc. Sad that Alan Rickman died. To infinity and beyond. Um, yeah. So it would have been neat to see like them revisit that stuff. Or even now, you could pull off a Galaxy Quest sequel. And like the whole borrowing the idea of reboots and stuff, kind of like how kind of the Jay and Silent Bob reboot kind of thing. Good morning, Tate. There she is. How are you, darling? First time Tim Allen was a fake spaceman. Was it? Was it? Hmm. Season 2 of Discovery now. Excellent. It wouldn't be the same without Alan Rickman. No, it wouldn't be the same. However, like we couldn't come up with 5 or 6 different names. 5 men, 5 women, crying out loud. Um, that you know, British actors who like Helen Mirren would be fantastic. Um, it was before Toy Story, wasn't it? I don't remember. Maybe. Um, you get like trying to think of who would be good. Helen Mirren would be fantastic. Uh, if it were a few years back, I'd say Ian McKellen, but shoot, get oh, I see his face, but I can't remember his name. Luther from the British series. Um, he's awesome, and I can't remember his name. Um, oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm suddenly blanking out on his name. He's the fucking coolest. He's cool as shit. I'm gonna kick myself because I can't remember his name. Helen Mirren would be fantastic at that. Idris Elba. That's right. Thank you, Idris Elba. Idris Elba, in that. Oh, that'd be fantastic. Um, Now I say we could come up with 5 or 6 different names, 5 men, 5 women, if we wanted to, as far as great actors that you could put in a Alan Rickman kind of a role. It wouldn't be the same, but I bet you it'd be damn entertaining. I just can't recall any actors at all at the moment. So, but if I could, ooh, of course I don't literally should be that many. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you get somebody who's just classy as shit and British, you know. Oh, you know what? Get I'm going to join a D&D campaign. Oh, sweet. Backstory, lore. I'm all in there. I'll help you out. Character development. I'm all in. No, I'm talking like he's pretty much the coolest British actor I could think of. Uh, um, he was a Doctor Who. She's a satyr, nice, or satyr, whichever one. People pronounce it differently. What was your favorite episode from Big Bang Theory? Oh, I don't know. I don't really recall. I liked it. It was nice, but it was like one of those background TV shows. I wouldn't say like I watched every episode like religiously or anything. It was nice. Pam was into it, but it was more of a background type of TV show for her as well. Yeah, David Tennant. David Tennant. He would be awesome in a sci-fi role, like playing the bad guy sort of thing. Was it, no, it was like Endelson or something like that. But I'm thinking Ben. He'd be a great one too. He's Australian though. I'm into it, and I'm on season 8 right now. Nice. D&D campaign. Tate, are you trying to turn me on? Chicks that like art in Dungeons and Dragons? What? Who? Do declare. Redhead art chicks that play Dungeons and Dragons and play guitar. What? What? Fuck. I'm an idiot. Why'd I leave Florida? Oh shit, Matt is getting nerd together. Well, I'm just saying. Tick. Glasses, tick. My friend in Canada is a DM, so I'm joining her Zoom calls. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I wish I could join a game, but not necessarily Dungeons and Dragons, but I always wanted to play a D&D, but never had anyone to play with. That's kind of the problem, especially nowadays. More and more people are getting into it, but there's still that issue of how do you connect with folks. There is a app called Crawler, Crawlr. Are you into Pokemon? No. You use Fantasy Grounds. Nice. Um, yeah, it's there's an app called Crawler without the E. Um, and that's kind of like a social media type of a thing, or like a bulletin board type of a thing. You know, a hub where people can connect over role-playing games. You can locate people in your area, kind of thing. That's awesome. And apparently, I was reading an article where, and I didn't know this, like, the idea is that a PHB plus is a thing. That PHB stands for Player Handbook. And PHB plus means for character generation, you can use the Player Handbook in one other book. Like, that's a rule. You can borrow things from other things. Like, there are a lot of supplemental books. No one is in my area of rural AF. Well, there's the internet now. Zoom calls, like Tate said. There are ways that you can join groups, and there are virtual tabletops, etc. So there's a way you can do it. Find a virtual one, yeah. Hello, sir. Speaking of that, I was just gonna say, roll D20. Yep. I was just gonna say, I wish I knew a developer that could help me build the 10K Worlds app, where people could play 10K Worlds on it. But Ben's learning code. Oh, 46. No, roll D20 is a website, kind of like Fantasy Grounds, the virtual tabletop kind of a thing. Do you remember? Does anyone remember America Online? America Online used to have the command code / whatever, like D6, whatever. So you could do / roll D6, or roll 3D6, or roll 2D6, roll 10D6, whatever. You could just, / roll however many D, whatever sided dice. I missed that. Yahoo Instant Messenger had it as well. You know what? I'm going to talk to the developers of HAPS and see if they can add that function. You've got mail. File's done. Goodbye. I remember it ruining the internet when they finally connected to the internet. Stupid internet. I'm gonna ask the HAPS folks if they could make it where the broadcaster can, because I got a public chat bar here where I can type in the chat. Could you do me a favor? Could you add like a / roll? File's done. You've got mail. Goodbye. Welcome. I wonder if they do that. If I ask them nicely, so we could play on here. That'd be fantastic. Just a / roll 4D6, and then it says, and then when you type that in, it would reply with Matt rolled 4D6 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1 equals such and such. Pulled up this couple websites to look into them a little bit. Yeah. I would like more of a mobile friendly type of a app, you know? Like, what if you don't have a laptop? What if you don't have a computer? Could it be as easy as just a mobile app? Split it in half. You got the map here, and then you got the chat type thing, just like it is right here. Doesn't need to have voice chat. Doesn't need to have music. Doesn't need to have sounds. Or at least have like a something added to Discord or whatever. Everyone has to be on video, I would think. Oh yeah, I don't have a laptop. Well, I'm just saying, like, you could do voice chat on Discord. Voice chat would work. But you don't need to, because like Haps has the multi-screen thing. So you could have split screen, have your friends on. You could do a video thing right here. 4 people can talk. Haps would be a great. I fucking hate being poor. Amen, brother. No, Haps would be fantastic. Just add that role feature. I could play a game and have people jump in the game, add people to split screen. We could do it right here. Broadcast it live. Simultaneously broadcast to YouTube and Twitch and all that. Son of a bitch. Hey, Haps. Do me a favor. Let me holla. Discord has a learning curve that some will not take the time to learn how to use. Hello, Van Goat. Hello, sir. Thank you for your 30 cents. Thank you for the love, my brother. Thank you for the hello. Thank you. Oh, you guys. I appreciate gifts. Thank you for the gifts. When I was a kid, I didn't mind being poor because everyone I knew was poor. Yeah, because you were exactly. When you were a kid, you weren't poor. That's just how it was. Somewhere along the line, someone told you, "Hey, you're poor," and you're like, "I am? Shit. Is that bad? Yeah, it's bad. Shit. You don't want to be poor. I don't? No, shit. Did you find tires for that hot rod? Huh? For my van? No, not yet. My brother is actually looking for a spare tire for me for the trip down to Tennessee. I had a flat. I fixed the flat, so my tires are good. But I had it repaired. But I need to get a. Where do I stream Nomadland? On Hulu. It's available on Hulu. Yeah, my brother's shopping around for a spare tire, and which means pretty soon I'm gonna have to clean out this friggin' van, make room for my brother's. You trim your beard? I did. Hello. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, my brother's got to put his toolbox and a jack and tire iron and his impact drill and a whole bunch of shit. Luggage rack. Good morning, Melissa Mopa. How are you? How are you, sweetheart? Ladies, by the way, what do you think? Goatee good? Better with a beard? What do you think? I don't groom too much, but is it already warming up there? I mean, 28 degrees. It's like 16 first thing in the morning. I wouldn't say it's springtime yet. My favorite look on you is shaved hair and long beard. Noted. Thank you. I'm alive, so good. Alive is good, sure. Yeah, my hair's long for me. Although I do like the salt and pepper. Salt and pepper's here. Goats are sexy. Yeah. I like when you get to grammatically use the same word twice. I like both ways. This way is more tidy. Especially when it's do. If you do that, do. I need to shave. Yeah. Yep. Well, I kind of don't want to because it's not warm out. But yeah, I'm gonna have to. Like I don't like it much longer than this. So Kerry King's brother. Warming up here. Yeah. Up. Well, that's cool that you get to play Dungeons and Dragons. At some point, I want to start getting back into 10,000 Worlds. Like, I gave up on it for a while because, to be fair, there wasn't any real chance of getting anything off the ground with quarantine. But I need to prepare myself for the possibility that within the next year, we may get out of this funk. Changes may happen. I see maybe one more round. One more. What do you call it? One more wave. But changes are already starting to happen. It's not going to be a big wave, I'll grant you. But when can I buy 10K Worlds? I want to develop it first before I consider how to market it. It's probably going to be PDF or something like that. It's probably, the physical dice and cards will be, if you follow the pattern. Yeah. There are physical dice that you can get and cards that you can get. The app is not available because I haven't made it yet, because I haven't developed the game yet. But as soon as I get around to developing the game, once I do that, then I have to figure out some sort of a business plan as to market it. In what form should it be available? Just PDF? Would it be PDF and physical, physical print, hard print? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. And I don't know, once I develop it, once I get it, once I work it out and then publish it, I would like to legit publish it. Once I get to that, then, kind of figure out the next couple steps. I'd love to put it out for people to, to people to try. I want to play test it myself, depending on where I am. I'll probably be back in Tennessee. Maybe. How long do you think it'll be till 3D printing becomes so commonplace that people buy something and print it, like a toy or chair or something? Well, 3D printers need to be available. Only some people, only the big nerds, the major nerds, hardcore nerds, have their 3D printers, or someone who can figure out a way to, make it commercially viable. What's the word I'm looking for? Can figure out a way to make it cost effective. I couldn't tell you. How long do you think it would be till 3D printing becomes so commonplace? Could be as early as 5 years. Could be as far as 10 years. I mean, I don't really see it. I would think it would be something. If I were to take a guess, I'd say in 5 years' time, there would probably be outlets available, like a library, like a brick and mortar shop, something like that, where someone can go and get something made, maybe. 10 years before it's commonplace. But then again, I mean, it depends. You have to have it depends on the materials. Hey, y'all from Mississippi, what's up, Mr. 2U? Hey, what's going on? 3D printing makes sense because they have to develop a good, sturdy enough material where you could make things like that. It's like going to the grocery store, or going to the mall, or going to the an outlet type situation where it's like, I need these things made, and so I have to go get, like, how often do you go to Staples? How often do you go to go out to, like, Circuit City or something like that in order to get a thing done? So go on your phone, buy a Wolverine action figure, prints when you place the order. You would think, because they do that with, like, eBay and Amazon and stuff like that, where there are pickup areas. So maybe, like, you know, 2 or 3 per. I was going to say 2 or 3. Well, what I'm talking about is, when is it going to get to that point? I don't know. But like I said, maybe in 10 years, it might get to the home use point. There's a lot of things that need to be done, and that's what I was talking about the things that need to get, the steps that need to be taken before it gets to that point. In 5 years, I was talking about, in 5 years' time, there may be these, because how they have, like, pop-up restaurants and stuff. Like, maybe there'll be pop-up, or like the Halloween outlets, Halloween things, the stores, whatever. They just, like, they appear in a strip mall, and they're there for like 4 or 5 months, and then they move on. Like, maybe something like that would happen, where they rent the place out for 5 or 6 months near your town and near any big city, and or it's like a post office deal. It's gonna go out, I'm gonna get some milk and some eggs, and then I need to pick up that chair. I need to pick up that you know, end table. Eventually, we'll probably be printing everything, including food. Sure, replicators. Matter, what do they call it? It's like processing, but it's not the word I'm looking for. What is it? Like matter replication, but it's not replication. Is not the word I was thinking of. It's resequencers. Matter resequencers. That's what I was thinking of. Just like that's what matter. That's what replicators are in Star Trek. It's the you have a certain formula. Futuraka cycle. No, you basically have a formula to make the different things and combine them in a certain way that it produces it finds the formula for individual things, and then it builds the individual things. Like, it would 3D print the bread, and then 3D print the meat, and then 3D print the toppings, and then 3D print the bread again, burger, that kind of a thing. But you'd have to be like, okay, well, what how do we build the meat and stuff like that. It may happen, But as far as you get like a kind of a carbon fiber type of a thing, type of material, lightweight and sturdy. If we last long enough. It's got to be some sort of polymer, some sort of alloy that they end up developing where it's cheap and lightweight and structurally sound. Sturdy is not the word I'm looking for. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a carbon fiber, like durable. That's the word I'm looking for. Durable. Cheap and durable. Versatile. Man, I don't know what's going on in my brain, but I'm having a hard time wordsing. I can't words. Lightweight, durable, printable items in the home. Yep. Because they got the right idea. Like I've watched a bunch of shows on 3D printing and like the whole framework thing, building the framework for like the engineering side of it, where you're like, okay, if I'm gonna build menopause, something like that, you're gonna build a lamp. Like the lamp is cylindrical, but it has like a certain hex pattern or whatever design that you need to structurally make it durable but lightweight, like a web sort of a thing. It's interesting. Maybe 15 years before that's commonplace in the home. I was taking a guess. I could most likely be way off, but that would require a lot of power, and it would require the development of the proper materials, because we're going to have to go space age on that. We're going to have to go with, you know, what are they going to make? What's the new plastic? What is the green version of carbon fiber? Like I said, some sort of new polymer. Some sort of new alloy. That's, you know, it's, that makes something. Well, I'm thinking like, hey, Luke, what's going on, man? Well, I'm thinking like something like bamboo. You know, what do we have now? Like, you need something fibrous. You need something that's sustainable, you know, replenishable, in fact. We might blow ourselves back to the Stone Age. That would be 200 years old. No. There is no way that we are going to use for sausage casings already. I'm thinking more along the lines of like a bamboo derived, you know, something that's organic. So, you know, you can grow it in a lab super fast. You can break it down. You know, like bamboo grows like a mother. So that's why I'm thinking it's something that you can chop it up. You can, you know, freeze it. You can add an element to it. But yeah, something. Good morning and great topic. Thanks, man. I wish Ben was here because he would talk about that big time. But you have things already in nature that you can use for inspiration. Like just off the top of my head, and I'm not really good at this topic, not really good at the subject, but like I said, bamboo was the first thing I thought of. Thanks for the subscribe, appreciate it. Yeah, something like that, something bamboo derived, let's just say, and it's available to everybody. You could get a whole block of it sent to you, so you can put it in your printer, and it, you know, like I said, like a matter resequencer type of a deal where it can break stuff down and build it back up, and like almost like computer ink kind of thing. I like thinking about technological advancements. Yeah. Oh, and that's what I was going to say. There's no way we're going back to the Stone Age. It's not going to happen. We would have to do some amazing catastrophic damage in order to go close to that. But there's no way. The furthest back that we're going to go is turn of the 20th century. We're going 1800s. That's it. Because we know how to process ore. That's nothing that's going to go away. Like, and we're figuring out ways that we could do things with better equipment, you know, better resources. And we've gotten to the point now with what's the word? It's the thing that Ben talks about all the time. It's the thing. It's managing resources to be more sustainable and everything. What the fuck is it called? Ben, get back on here and tell me the friggin' word, because it's the word you use all the time. Capable of incredible creation and destruction. Yeah, but that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna destroy the world. I honestly don't think that's gonna happen. The majority of people on this planet want to live and, you know, we want better for the planet. We don't want to destroy the planet. You have a couple crazy people, handful of crazy people in the world, but nobody's gonna push the button. Nobody. We're not gonna fuck things up that much. And anybody and people that really believe that that could happen, that we could really destroy things, that the I'm like, those are people that I feel like have lost hope. Like if folks really like, you would really have to not give a fuck. Like a lot of people would have to not care. And I don't think that there are enough people in the world that don't care about the world. And don't allow it to happen. That's the thing that you need to do, that everybody needs to do. Don't allow it to go that way. Hey Jason, how you doing, sir? Yeah, majority, but those in power always want more power, and they're always the smartest people. They aren't always the smartest people. What's the word I'm looking for? Damn it. Hey Jason. It's not like eco, bio, geo, anything like that. I hate the fact that I can't remember this fucking word, but it's basically managing systems. Yeah, that's one of the long. Yeah, but it's like, it's the organization, it's the logistics of living, in maximizing, maximizing the space that you have and the resources that you have. But I just can't think of the word. It's a word that I've used a lot. It's a word that Ben's used a lot. And for some reason, I just can't think of it. Idris Elba. That's the word I'm looking. No. But yeah, it's basically maximizing your resources. Space that you have, my favorite part of Minecraft. Yeah. And that's a great example of it too. Fuck. Permaculture. Thank you. Jeez. All right. Now I remember. Oh, I'm so glad I remembered. Permaculture. Ben introduced me to this idea of permaculture. Apparently it's existed forever and just nobody talks about it. It's one of those things that all of a sudden you just hear about one day. And then you turn around and you look and everyone's talked about it for years. But it's, like growing things and utilizing vertical space, for example. You can grow things and you can grow them on the ground, and then that could, permaculture. Minecraft's a great example. Excuse me. Minecraft is a great example of how permaculture can work. Because if you want to grow stuff, you could just grow stuff on the ground and that's it. You plant something, you sow the seeds, you put water near it, and boom, something grows. But if you want to really get the most out of your time and the most out of your space and the most out of the resources that you have, so that not only are you not destroying, but it's sustainability and then some. You have more than enough. You have an abundance of what you need, and that could be someone in their apartment. That could be somebody using planters in their window. of their small 1-bedroom apartment or studio apartment. Like, everybody can do something to lower their cost, lower their output as far as like spending, fix their budget. I do my farming in the sky. Yeah, like there was an example of like a pepper. You can buy one bell pepper at a store, and inside that pepper are pepper seeds. And if you just take a moment to learn how to harvest those, you'd never have to buy a bell pepper again, or a tomato, or what have you. Like, if you learn how to use what you have, like I said, bamboo is a nuisance to a lot of folks. It's invasive, I think is what they call it, a plant where if you don't take care of it, it can really like take over your yard. So what do? If you could grow it a lot and grow it really fast, and it's durable and it's flexible, and it's you can grow an abundance of it, use it somehow so you could turn it into something else. And I think that's what we have to do. Like, I'm not a farmer. I don't feel like that's something that I could dedicate my life to do, but there are people that are. There are people that want. There are farmers. There are people who are so into agriculture, and if they just take all their experience, their expertise, and they apply it into something looking forward, new technologies. Anybody that wants to have a farm, that wants to be into that sort of thing, I feel like they need to know about this new stuff, and they need to keep new stuff in mind and new concepts in mind. It's their expertise, it's their area of expertise. So if you don't keep an eye on adapting to certain things and growing certain things and looking to the future and the way the future things will be developed in the future, new ideas, new concepts to make things more efficient, then you don't really want to stay in business, do you? If everyone approached everything like the way you buy one bell pepper, it would solve practically every problem. Yeah. Everyone taking one small step in one direction will move the world. That's that's exactly what it is. If everyone, that's the best way I can put it. If everyone took the one step in the right direction, it would change it would move the world. And that's what some people like. You look on the news, and it seems like really like a good talking point or a good like fluff piece most of the time, where it's like, oh, we're these guys are thinking about going into space, isn't that great? Moving on. Everything we need could be renewable. That's the whole thing about permaculture. You should look into permaculture, because there's some really cool stuff, and I've bugged Ben a lot to do a podcast. He does a lot of research, a huge amount of research about permaculture, and I told him that I would love to produce a show that deals with permaculture without using some of the buzzwords, translating it into a language that people will understand and people will be receptive to. Because sustainability and those kind of things, like there are words that people use, there are phrases that people use that have been used before ad nauseum. Like when people hear it, they're like, ugh, this. If you told people, logistics and community, and provide, you're managing resources, and you use words like that, people will be like, ugh. But if you use the example of, if you're in a 1-bedroom apartment, if you're in a studio apartment and you have a windowsill, you can grow a plant, and that plant can be something that you can eat, and that plant is something like an herb garden. It's a simple thing that you can do where you're not spending money. You're growing something. You're utilizing the space that you have. I called it. I said that it would be great to call it Everyday Earth, because that gives you the idea of it's something that anybody can do. It's completely simple. It's something that's you can make it part of your everyday thing. Like it's as easy as something like brushing your teeth, comb your hair, water your plants. It could be such a routine thing and such a minor thing, but it could have such an effect if everyone did it. But the people that make things think change how they can make things. It costs them too much money short term. But the people that make the things think to change how they make things would cost them too much money short term. Yeah. To move away from the status quo, to move away from the way we've always done it, quote unquote. They have to rethink how to change their system, and they see the cost of that. Yes. And there are people that just can't get past that. And that's unfortunate. But that's where there are a lot of concepts, like we were talking about universal basic income. There are a lot of concepts that it all ties in, where it's like, that's a great answer. That's an easy way to fix the thing, or that'd be effective, not easy. It's not going to be easy. It would be more profitable long term, though they're just dumb. There's a risk, and some people aren't willing to take, or not. I won't say they're unwilling. Some people are, but there is a reluctance to change the thing, and that's understandable. People fear change because it's like I said, if there's a risk and you run a business, you don't mean, even though something sounds like a great idea, there are restaurants that exist where you pay $1 for a meal because the food's available. Like, it's just $1. And if you want to pay more than $1, then you can do that. And that's a concept that I thought was really cool. Where it's like, we're going to price everything at $5. You want a burger and fries and a drink, it's $5. If you want to pay more than that, you can. And then that money that you pay, if you put in more money than what the thing is, then we'll hold on to that money, and then that could get put towards free meals for the homeless or something like that, like little things. Pay what you want, kind of a thing. Donationware, kind of a thing. And there are a lot of places where that works. Not everybody's going to want to do that. That's a crazy concept. It's the Radiohead approach. Yeah. It's effective, but not everybody's going to want to do that. If everybody did that, that'd be fucking amazing. You look right now at, you could throw a brick and hit a Walmart, no matter where you are, it seems. And they have these huge Walmarts that are like the size of a mall, but it's one store. And you could buy mayonnaise and rope and a couch and shoes and get your hair done. Like there's aisles and aisles and aisles and shelves and shelves and shelves of all of this stuff that just ends up getting thrown away because people just can't seem to consume it enough. They released a Pay What You Want album before anyone was doing that. You could reduce so much waste, but it's very tough to see. It's tough to imagine any major corporation like that, any major, provider of consumables. It's hard to see people taking that risk. Like they have a thing now where Walmart has opened up just, I want to call it a Walmart Express, but I don't think that's the name for it. But it was like they opened up just the grocery store part, not the department store part. Like that's an amazing concept to blow people's minds. Or they open up like a like almost going backwards as far as what they used to do, but it's very interesting. It's very interesting to see. 3D printers would be one of those steps to, like, you wouldn't have to go to these stores. You wouldn't have to pay all the shipping costs. But then again, that would reduce. Oh, somebody just messaged me. Hold on a second. What was that? I just got a text message and I can't see it. Tell you what, I'm gonna get going because I need to find out what the hell that message was. When everything becomes automated, anything you need and a lot that you just want will eventually become free. The Star Trek concept, the 24th century concept of, the Roddenberry concept of not needing to rely on monetary gain as the core of your being, your reason for existence. Having the reason you're alive be, to improve yourself. The reason to get up in the morning is people at work. That's the point. What's the point of money? Well, there's always work to be done. There's always work to be done. There's always a way to make things better for everybody. There's always work to be done. That's the best way. Hello, David. It's the only way you can put it. There's always going to be things that people need, services that people need. One of the things like universal basic income, when automation becomes more available, it'll free people up from certain jobs, and if everyone is taken care of, most humanity can just chill. Well, you can refocus your life towards something else, something more fulfilling, which I mean, rather than walking to a building, sitting down in a cubicle and punching keys, those type of jobs would be still available to a certain extent, but automation, the robots will take over. I was watching something the other day where it said like almost half of all jobs in the United States can potentially be like the sales, retail, shipping, crap, my mind goes blank. Manufacturing, a lot of those jobs can be taken over by automation, and something like universal basic income could provide you the opportunity to not have to rely on getting a job like that. You could refocus on getting another type of job, figuring out focusing on another skill, education or not. Study art, philosophy, psychiatry, yeah, engineering, yeah, or not. Universal Basic Latin. There are a lot of people that have had a job for over 40, 50, whatever years, and suddenly, maybe they're too old to really go back to school. I would not be interested in going back to school myself. I would like the opportunity to still drive around like I am, and get somebody's coffee and bring them their coffee. That's something simple like that. Like a part-time gig plus universal basic income could still provide you with everything you need. But people are so all about consuming and getting stuff, and I need a home and I need a mortgage and I need I need a bicycle and I need a boat and I need they just focus too much on consuming. And a lot of these changes that we're talking about, a lot of these concepts that we're talking about, could remove the need to collect things and to gather things and to pay for things and like the consumption of things. Even though I get shit about it, every once in a while I get shit about it. It's frowned upon. I get the van down by the river joke so many times. And people are just like, or people are like, how do you go to the bathroom? How do you, like, there's so many people that are like, I couldn't live in a van. I need a home. I need a bed. I need this. I need that. And it's like so many, I get shit about it, but I kind of think this is a future thing. Yeah, when all is taken care of, anyone wants to build a better rocket ship is free to do that. Yeah. And the thing that you want to do that's fulfilling to you isn't necessarily the most important thing in the world. You could do very small things in your life, and they're still significant. If I wanted to spend my life traveling from city to city, state to state, spend my life traveling, and what I want to do is go around and visit rescues, animal rescues, and spend time playing with the dogs and cats, or go to a farm and day labor kind of thing, working on a farm, or it doesn't have to be building a better rocket ship. Yeah. Just a simple thing, the idea that I had where if I want to go travel around and just go to animal rescues and play with the animals, that would be significant. Or if I want to go around and, like I said, if I want to go on DoorDash, spend 4 hours a day delivering people coffee. Good morning, here's your breakfast, have a great day. Sounds good to me, Matt. What do you want to do? I like the DoorDash thing. The job that I have right now, I dig it. Get up at 6 in the morning, out the door and ready to, in town by 7, or wherever I am. I get notified that somebody wants a coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, or somebody wants a sandwich at McDonald's or something like that. Work 4 hours, 5 hours, make $50 a day ish, and then universal basic income would provide all my essentials, everything I need. $1,000 a month could take care of my gas and my food, my insurance, and then maybe a couple bucks in the bank accumulating every once in a while. Or I might have streaming services and stuff like that, so it'd take care of my recreation as well. And then anything that I make when I'm working, part-time gig, 25 hours a week or whatever, is money in my pocket. Just that, like I'm working towards in case I need something for the van. Today, there's some poor genius kid somewhere who dreams of space exploration, just won't ever get the opportunities to make it happen. Just because people have things in their brain, people have a perception of the way things are and the way things always have been. People lean too much on tradition. That's the way that it's always been. That's just the way that things are. That's the way it goes. And it's like, all right, that's not an excuse. Like, how are you going to grow if you just keep doing things the way that they've always been done? How is anything how's anything going to get better if things stay the same way? If anything, we've learned that those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it or whatever. Like, sticking with, how about new traditions? That's a thing you can do. Traditions weren't always tradition. You could there's nothing that says you can't make new rules. There's nothing to say that you can't improve upon what exists. You look at engineers and you look at chemists and people in the medical field and stuff like that. It's like innovation is the key to how things work. We'd all be driving jalopies and or the whole thing with the fossil fuels and stuff like that. Things need to change. We need to make changes. I'm not saying screw all the rules and let's break them or whatever, or bend them or whatever, but there's always room for improvement. I think all education should be free and optional. I think education is much easier. I believe we're making it way too complicated. It's current educational system, the way things are right now are antiquated. The world is a much different place. Access to information is much easier. If anything, this past year has shown that the workplace is a totally different thing. The school is a totally different thing. And it took a pandemic, it took people dying to get some of us to realize that. And that there are businesses, there are companies, there are professionals that management, upper management, human resource, that sort of thing. There are people in businesses right now that want to get you back to the cubicle, get things back to the way they were. No more working at home. You need to come back to work. You need to get in your desk and stay there for 8 hours. The 40-hour work week can be a thing of the past. Elementary school should be mandatory. There's something to be said about homeschool. If the system were to work, if we were to revamp what it is to be a society, what it is to be a community, if that were something that we could really put some effort into, you can teach your kids because you'll have time to teach your kids, because you won't be working your ass off 60 hours a week and taking naps whenever you can and not getting enough sleep, and then not having the time to eat right. So you're eating the wrong thing, and you're focusing on paying those bills and paying off that mortgage and all that debt that you've built up because of college, because of the college degree that you have just sitting there rotting. because you paid a shitload of money, way too much money for an education to get that piece of paper that's only supposed to get you through the door. The only reason for that document, the only reason for that piece of paper is so that you could prove that you know something about that. It has nothing to do with whether you know something. It's that you can prove it with a piece of paper. And a lot of people get those degrees and spend those years on that just to get that degree, that they lose sight of the goal. A lot of folks, I know way too many education degrees and way too many psychology degrees, nursing degrees, that sort of thing, that people have got, and they don't use it. They're still working at telemarketers or something like that. Homeschool's great, but there needs to be some kind of accreditation. Well, like I said, we've shown in this past year that it's possible to get on your computer and go to school and teach kids. How, like, there's no, people are dumb and would teach their kids dumb stuff. No, let's see, here's the thing. There are people, it's an easy equation. And we'll have to talk about this another time, but I'll just say this. This will be the last thing because I gotta get back to work. There's an easy equation. You got to get the people that know the thing to hang out with the people that want to learn the thing. You don't have to know everything. If you're dumb, you don't teach your kid. Teach them what you know. Shit, I'm late. That's what it was. It was telling me I had to get. I don't have to worry about my shift now. That's all right. I only had a small shift anyways. I had like a 45-minute shift, but I'm all right. People that know want to share the thing. Yeah, there are people that know stuff and they want to tell everybody about the thing that they know. So you got to get the people that know something in front of the people that want to learn something. Computers do that. The internet can do that. Every mobile device now has a camera and a microphone. You can get the people that want to learn the thing to the people that want to teach the thing. And if, like, you can have schools on a computer, and you can have people, because of, if the whole system worked, you can have people readily available whenever, like 5 hours out of the day, 10 hours out of the day, and they can respond. It's not just one person that knows how to construct a building, or knows, like, is really, even let's keep it, let's make it more simple than that. There is more than one person on this planet that is really good at math. And they can, as long as you'd have to get the people that know about you have to get educators, experienced educators, to develop the curriculum. I mean, that's what homeschooling is that people have developed these exercises, developed these, workbooks or what have you, effective ways to teach kids the things. That's it. I think it may be an oversimplification, maybe, but I don't think it's that complicated. I think it's just a simplification, not an oversimplification. We need to get back to community where we're all helping each other out, not pushing somebody to a school to learn, but just having time Just taking time to do it, as long as they have some approved curriculum. Yeah, we need to get back to the point. We need to get away from the 40-hour work week or 60-hour work week or mandatory overtime. We need to get away from people dedicating their lives to a company to afford the things that they don't use and the family they don't see. You know, providing for your family shouldn't be a prison sentence. You know, it shouldn't. You should be able to spend time with your family. Everyone needs to be taught some basics, 1st to 6th. Yeah. I mean, we've proven, it's been proven, I should say, that people learn despite an education. Are there not dropouts who have full-time jobs? I mean, are there people who have no education that still manage to do all right? Or people with disabilities that manage to do all right for themselves? People living full, happy lives, that don't have certain things. Countries like in Scandinavia, free education, longer maternity, as well as paternity leave, more paid vacation. Why do we have to be so difficult that we can have the benefits? Because we're a capitalist society. Because corporate success is the main focus. We've built this up. We've built up the way that we are, but from there, they sound like they'd be free to pursue other specific study or not. Yeah. I think it's fear. It's fear that we've spent so much time, and I'm just talking America, really. I don't know about how it is in other countries. I can't speak about other countries because I don't have the experience. I don't have, I don't know anything about the world. Most of my time has been spent minding my own business, but I feel like I've picked up on a lot of stuff. Put it that way. You know, like one of the reasons that I have a problem mentally, and that the reason why I don't feel like medicine or therapy is going to help me in certain ways. Like the reason why I get depressed and I get upset and I don't want to talk to anybody and I want to be alone and I want to, isolate myself and all that stuff is because medicine, a pill isn't gonna help me this is relevant. Let me think. That's a relevant thing. Me taking medicine is not going to change the fact that people are doing things wrong. Medicine is not going to change the fact that there's a way that the world can be, and that the majority of people out there want to do things better and aren't. I look around me in the immediate vicinity. I'm not thinking about what's going on in China or Russia or India or Europe or Africa or anywhere, any other place other than what's going around in my immediate vicinity. And I see that people want to change, people want to be better, but they feel trapped that they can't. And they feel like if we change, we risk everything fucking up. And me taking a pill will only make me not give a shit, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to take something that's going to make me not care. That's not the answer. Pacify myself, numb myself to what's going on in the world, the conflict between, the contradiction, the speaking for the world. Everyone should be taught basic math and languages, maybe even a global language. That'll be difficult. I don't see that happening anytime soon. It's a great concept. There's nothing to say that if people had the time available that they couldn't learn another language or two. That they could travel. They could not even travel. You get online, you can learn a language. You can download an app right now, a Duolingo app, and learn how to speak basic Spanish or French. I went on the internet and I found out how to say, what is it? No, was it Dobro pожаловать, прошу прощения, я не говорю по-русски, but I can't remember the first part of it. Like I learned how to say, привет, дружище, добро пожаловать, прошу прощения, я не говорю по-русски. My accent is horrendous, but I know how to say, hello, my friend, welcome. I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak Russian. Most people know more than one. Yeah, it's the fact that this just people don't have time. People are so focused on doing the thing that's going to make them the money that's going to provide for their family and provide for all this stuff that they owe. Because if you want anything, you got to owe people stuff. So that's where your money goes, and you need the money. So that's where your time goes. We just need to change shit around. Not like know a few phrases, but know two or more. Yeah. If our basic programming has to change. Everything we know, our reality is based on perception. We've been given a whole bunch of information, a whole bunch of misinformation. We've been fed a whole bunch of stuff ever since we're kids, so that we think we know how the world is. But the information that we receive is bad information, old information, and we grow up to be fucked up people because we've had it all wrong. And but because it's been that way, we just settle for the fucked up world that it is, because how is anything going to change? I need to start a new broadcast so I can start talking about that. How's anything going to change if the TV tells you, social media tells you, like everything is one way, everything should be one way. People pay money, people that can afford it pay money to put certain information in everybody's ear. They pay money to tell you how the world is, not how it should be, not how it could be, but how it is. And you receive that information so much, it drowns out all the other information that you're receiving. If somebody's wrong, then everybody gets the wrong information, and everything's fucked up. And that mentality has to change. Things have to change. Not any huge, not any massive, life-altering, like dramatic, epic way. Nobody has to burn everything they have in the whole destruction thing, and not the little things can be done. That's kind of the reason why I got on here to broadcast the way I do, is because I honestly believe that. And all I want to do is be a voice of someone that says, you can. In a world of people saying you can't, because I've always heard people like that. That was the main focus for me, to get online and the broadcast to people on Periscope and do podcasts, and now all these years, because that's the thing that I want to do. I wish there was a way that I could make money doing that. Just inspire some people, or at least not necessarily inspire. That just sounds so. It sounds so internet. I want to inspire people. I want to be the inspiration. I just want to put a good idea in some people's head. I want to put a better idea. I want to be a different voice than other people have heard. You know, to be the right voice. Get people saying the right thing along with me. I wanted to form a community of people that we could all think like that, and we could all tell other people, spread the word. Hey, you know what? We can do things better. I wanted a voice in my life that told me that if you want to sing, sing. You want to play an instrument, learn how to play an instrument. You know, you want to create, you want to support people, and you got to. There's a good idea that more people need to hear about. Do it. Talk about it. You know. I want the superpower to force people to be better. I don't want to force anybody to do anything. I just want to. I don't know about that. That sounds drastic. I don't want to push anybody over or be aggressive like that. There are certain things that you get taught in your life, certain things that I've been taught, where you can, there's a possibility to speak something into being. You know, there are mantras, there are people out there that spend their lives believing things can't happen a certain way. Going back to what I said, you know, we're born and we're fed information, and a lot of the information is misinformation. It's the wrong thing. Fucked up people have, with good intentions, have said the wrong things to other people, to kids. They're fed certain ideas that are antiquated. And that's a shame. So if more people, I mean, change has already happened in this world. There are already people that are making change on new generations of kids, new generations of humans. It's already better because there are more people saying things like, you know, respect other people and their privacy, respect other people and their preferences. Be more tolerant of other cultures. Try not to damage the earth. Try to do better for the earth. Art is important. The future is important. And the future only happens when you do things now. Like people have the more and more voices are speaking out to say what's wrong and what needs to change, and those changes are being made a lot more than they have been in the past. And I think it would make a big difference if there were less angry voices, but the past is the reason why there are angry voices. What do we become, assholes or something? I don't know. That's how I feel. And I kind of feel bad now that I just called this Monday Things when there's a serious thing to talk about. And I wish that I need to change the title or something, or I need to rebroadcast with a better title so people could maybe see that. That's the thing about talking for an hour. People are going to watch the first 20 minutes and go, "I just fucking around." But we actually had something good to talk about at the end of there. Oh well. Next time. But for now, I'm going to take off because I got other things I got to do. Love you guys very much. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for shooting the shit. Have a great day. Enjoy your Monday. I might get on in a little bit and talk some more because I got to run a couple errands and I got to be somewhere to pick up my nephew. So, what, they become assholes or something? All right. Love you guys very much. Have a great day.